recording. Jesus Christ, it should have been recording immediately. Anyway, what I was saying before to you was watching Vades. I have to review it for the VOD just in case that you want to watch it again.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, what I was saying was I'm recording again just to, cause I forgot that my thing was set on recording, but watch for invades because someone who wasn't listening to me, he was playing Zed, he walks to mid lane, he starts pressing dance, and spams it, doesn't stop. I told him, wait, no, you need to watch for invade. Blitzcrank comes out, kills him, kills two of his, goes to continue his invade, kills two of his teammates, burns so many summoners, and then the next game. Same thing happens. It just repeats like twice. Like what the fuck? In succession. He's playing the same champ. He's doing the same thing at the beginning of each game, live in front of me.
I think that happened in the next game as well. My team got killed.
I just stopped. Okay, so this is small, but you need to actually play this differently out. Okay, so you hit this big minion with big CS, and you also don't have a clue where Leona is on your screen at this moment. So first, you gotta quickly look at the mini map, not just like your eye should be towards. Where's my paint button? Towards red. No. We're on blue side. Red. Okay. Your eye should be on this half of the screen right here. Oops. Yeah, this half of the screen right here. Because when Draven shows up, you should be able to see it in the corner of your eye, but you don't need to pay attention to this minion. Because what you're looking at is, aside from this minion, you're also looking at the map. Because then when they come out from this area, you can ping right here to say that, hey, their jungler started here. It's most likely that their jungler starts here, but you want to ping here because you want him to know that he started here. Because he's still busy clearing his stuff and trying to figure out what route he does to try to effectively get to his double buffs and his next gank that he doesn't want to. It's unlikely that he'll predict and calculate exactly where the enemy jungler is, though. So you look at your enemy jungler, you press tab, you say, okay, he started Gromp or Blue, he's doing this, and then he's going to do this, and he probably is going to gank top, or he's having someone help him do the double jungle technique, which is like currently meta right now. They're doing double jungle, they're going to TP, he's going to do this buff, gank top, etc., etc. But you want to ping at least like once or twice saying, hey, he started here. You don't have to say he started here, but you just ping them, because when you ping, people will look at the map like instinctively, especially in this higher level.
Okay.
You leveled up Tumble right away. That's okay. It's fine. You just needed to just keep an eye that you should know that it resets your auto. On your op.gg, you should have a set of runes for Vayne. I'm gonna take a look at those right now. As soon as it allows it to load. Okay. You have 2 rune pages only? Well, that makes it a lot easier. Bruiser, 80 carry, I'm pretty sure. 16%. So you sacrificed. You did the method in which you sacrifice four MR glyphs for more attack speed. And okay, that's fine because Deft Imp do it, but also because the damage that you would take is not that much. It's like 5% more AP damage that you would take. These masters are fine. Like everything is set in stone. If you wanted to go a little bit more ham, people have been experimenting by putting this one right here, by sacrificing 1 attack speed. I don't recommend it. It's just there. Imp has tried it like once or twice, and he says he's like fuck that shit. So don't. If you ever see that master, just focus it on melees and not ranged. Anyway, your eye should be on this part of the map for this particular instance in time because keep this, and this CS right here, and then. This one right here, because it's so low, and you know that your support, like you can take a look at your support. If he has Ancient Coin, go ahead and kill the CS. If he has Targans, let him get the lower one and weaken the one that you're currently on right here because of this one, so he can get both procs because he can get Cannon. Because if he can proc both of these, he doesn't have to worry about, aside from missing this, he can start focusing the harass onto Leona. And then I'll also be seeing, because it's Leona, I'll also be seeing if you start punishing the Leona too. Right here, you know that she's gonna go for it. So, and you know that this one is going to Thresh. So Thresh's auto is dedicated to this CS, and this CS isn't low enough for you to hit it. So you can auto attack, tumble, auto attack. So you get 3 autos in total. Now, if you had W at level 2, you could. That's basically the full combo. But this is level 1, so you don't have that yet. But you can still punish her early because you can force her to chuck her pot. Right here. No, not there. Okay, so she got the CS. She got the CS. She has one. No, she didn't get the CS. Because now the CS is dragged up here. So now you're forced to play back. Now I'm only confused here why you chose to back up here. Like just because it's Draven, but you have an opportunity to last hit start hitting this one. Let your support get it. Okay, he goes for the harass instead of getting the CS that is like still low right here. Okay, there you go. That was pretty good. You're probably like, oh fuck, I missed it, but he got it. Because I'm pretty sure that's what you're thinking.
For him, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's hard to last hit with him. That's why you have to let it get low. That's why you're supposed to hit it to get it low. It's a duo lane. I mean, you're supposed to work as two. Not as it's not you work as one. Yeah, so this is reasonable to start backing up. He should not like you're supposed to travel as far as your support is because you guys travel as one unit together for the early stages in the laning phase. When they hit 2, you have to back up as a unit. That's why the standing back here is fine. He's doing something wrong. Like I can't say you're doing anything wrong because you're standing in the safest spot. If he gets caught, what can you do in response? You can only heal if he gets low enough. Oh god. Okay, never mind. Tower hits for a little lighter than I remembered. Okay. He's helping you last hit, that's good. Under tower should be really straightforward. You only missed 1. Okay, that hook is awkward. Now, here, in terms of skilling up, it depends on how the lane goes, because if I play Vayne, which I won't do because I'm not mechanically good enough to, I would take the condemn only because when she goes in and she's this if she's this aggressive, you can position yourself to condemn into 3 potential walls. Whereas in the middle of the lane, you can only get 1 spot, maybe if they're up here, up there, but she's playing aggressive, so condemn is like the safest option. And if they're doing like a level 2 tower dive cheese with their jungler, condemn is a safe option. Because right here you're not harassing as much because Thresh refuses to ward here, and if he refuses to ward here, you should ward here. But by doing so, you get Leona. She's probably gonna E you because you know that she took E, right? Mm-hmm. Like you saw her throw an E. So when you see an opponent cast a spell, you have to right away deduct that that's one of the spells in her kit. And being Leona, you don't take W till 3 because you take E then Q to all in. So now you know that she has a temporary lock and a gap close. Then she has a stun. So if you walk, where's my brush? God damn it! All right, if you walk, up. You walk here to ward here because he is not warding here for you. She's gonna stun. Like naturally, she's gonna stun. So what you can do is, you can walk, have your finger ready on tumble this way, and condemn her into the wall. Then he flays backwards. And then now she has a choice. Do I continue the fight? He's gonna start fighting too. But when the moment he starts fighting, these minions are gonna aggro him. You can both choose to turn, or you can continue to focus Leona. That's one option. Or you as a unit can back up. Because just condemning her to a wall, then backing up and auto-attacking makes these minions here, they're gonna back up because after a certain point of time, because when you hit Leona, they're gonna go on you. Because minion aggro works like that. The moment you auto attack an enemy champion, these minions start aggroing the champion that attacked it, and the moment these go on you, you're in danger. So by backing up, they disengage because after a certain period of time, they have an aggro range. Like if they hit that range, they just back up. So basically, you can it's a way to harass Leona and at the same time burn her pot. You will burn her pot. Now she walks out of the bush. You don't know that she's gonna do any of this stuff, like walk out, walk in, walk out of the bush, because you can't see it. And one of the biggest things, it's like the unseen blade is the deadliest. Being invisible, not being seen, is the threat itself. Like she may not have summoners, she may not have potions and everything, but just not being there, not being able to see her is a threat. That exists. That's why Shaco players are good in higher elo, because not being seen itself is a threat. They don't ever gank and farm, but you don't know that they're farming because you can't see them. Okay, so a quick note here. At this particular time, Canon minions spawn, right? So keep your eye out on your minion, not just his minion, because you know that he has to aim to take this. That's fine, but keep an eye out on this. In theory, there is a thing you can do. If you had condemn, you don't have to condemn to stun her, but you just E her to push her away from this so that she doesn't auto attack this. And it's harder to do it because it's a melee, but because they can just execute it at 50% HP or something like that to guarantee the kill. So condemning it would just make her walk forward and then auto attack again. But what you can do is you can auto attack her twice and then condemn, because if I'm not mistaken, the third condemning her on the third auto procs the third part of Silver Bolts, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So you can get a free, if you have all three skills. In theory, you can basically get a full Silver Bolts proc on Leona without consequence. Reason why it's without consequence is that if she chooses to go on you, she just loses 40 gold. Like straight up loses 40 gold, because no. As a unit, you'd lose 80 gold, because 40 times 2, because you get it, or these two get it. So you make them lose 80 gold to take some harass. That's not worth it in the early stages of the game. 80 gold as a unit for some harass, and you end up spending that 80 gold. Like she'll end up spending that 80 gold on potions because she goes in on you, right? So you make her lose more than 80 gold. You make her lose 80 gold from the cannon, plus probably 35 gold, because she has to chuck a potion by getting so close to you and taking a trade. All because she decided to go for cannon. And she will go for cannon. Like, the Targon should restock itself, in theory, when this is low enough. Like, it exists. It's just that, like, I can't see it right. Okay, now it's up. Like, it should always come up at this particular point in time if she last hit a minion in the first wave. So now she's going for it. And then you know that where Draven's gonna end up, because Draven has this, but that's not for you, because what can you do about it? Like, oh great, I can condemn him so he doesn't catch his axe. Whoop-de-doo, it's for Thresh. Like this lane is gonna be dictated solely by Thresh, because the rule for supports is that they control the lane for the most part. If the AD carry is significantly higher skilled, they can control the lane as 2 units. Right? But if not, if assuming equal skill level, then the Thresh will most likely have control over the lane. Like, if he throws a hook, you follow. If he flays, you follow. Everything that he does, you follow. You don't initiate, like, the condemn, unless they're out of position, of course. But basically, let him try to dictate the lane. If he wants it to play it passive, it's okay to farm, because you outscale the Draven anyway in terms of damage. Plus, they have a Zed, so if you actually take the time to farm, and they have a Malphite too. If you take the time to farm, and, like, you might need Banshee's Veil just because it's Malphite. But if you take the time to farm early, you'll get money, and then you can just accumulate late. You don't have to force plays, you can just punish mistakes. And that's a big mistake that early people people make, because instead of farming and punishing a mistake, they just force a mistake to happen on the enemy side and try to punish that, and that's not what you're supposed to do. So continuing on, Thresh in theory can hook at any point to grab the Draven, in which case you can freely attack him without consequence. But in this case you can't, because you have something else bigger to worry about, the cannon. So he should be hitting it. Good. He hits it. You also get a healing when he hits targets. So if you feel like you want to, because if you really trust in your support to last hit it, you start trading with the enemy, and if any aggro goes on you, like if she commits, for example, you can freely get up to 40 damage worth of harass, because that gets healed to you by a target stack. So therefore, you don't lose any HP overall. So let's say these 3 minions hit you for 10 damage each. You lost 30 HP. If you get 1 auto attack in, let's say you have 7 damage, so that's like what? Like 1 HP of healing from Doran's Blade. Then you get 40 HP, so you have maximum 41 HP healing. Great. So now you can take like 1 more minion auto or 1 auto from her and still heal and still have healthy enough HP to pressure the lane. All because you didn't commit to the cannon and instead commit to the champion. But sometimes you can't commit to the champion. Right now in this instance you can commit to the champion because you have a minion wave going for you, and this minion wave is greater than their minion wave at this particular point in time, so you can attack them. He, however, can't really respond because he's so busy catching his axes, and that's important because you can punish them while they're catching their axes because he loses damage. Just don't like if he's about to catch it, don't try to trade with him. Like trade with him after he throws it, because he has to move into position to walk it. Because if you attack him while he's like on the process of about to grab it, you're gonna take some hurt. Like right there, if you attacked him like here, for instance, you're about to take some hurt. But if you attacked him like right there, oh yeah, like right when he throws it, you attack him, he can't respond. So that's instance.
Okay.
It's a bigger picture than just watching enemy minions and watching enemies. You have to watch your own minions too, and that's what separates good players. Because you notice that she couldn't get the cannon. How unfortunate! But she gets a melee instead. If that happens, just try to let it go, because it's harder to punish them getting melee minions than it is getting cannon minions. Because melee minions are it's like they have so many in stock. Like there's 3 of them. She has 3 chances to get a melee minion if she misses one of the 3. So it's harder for you to punish that. Whereas cannon minion, there's only one, and it's super obvious when they want to get it, when it's low, because it's targets. It's reasonable to see that, right? Like you can see them punish. It's like there's only one fucking chocolate bar left. You're gonna get it, right? Whereas the other truffles are just laying out there. You can get those at any time, but when you see the one limited edition chocolate bar, you want it, right? Like, it makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it is. Oh, this is punishable. But you had to be 3 for this. You have to punish her when you were 3, or if you had condemn. Like, you can see why condemn is reasonable there. Oh god. Ward the bush. Yep. I wouldn't flash for that. Because he still has heal. He hasn't used it yet, and you know how big of a risk that is to burn 2 summoners, and you know that they can just respawn with 1 summoner. And then she can just go on top of you. I don't know, I can't see it because you haven't tabbed yet, but, fuck. No, I missed the loading screen part too. I don't know if she has exhaust or not, so if you go and flash forward and stuff like that, there's also a chance that Thresh won't respond, but basically if you flash forward and try to kill her, heal will come out, so it takes longer. Second, your support might not respond, and third, you have exhaust on you. True damage is fine, but you need 3 autos for that, and you're too slow to perform your second and third auto, so the damage is super delayed. And plus, they can just start wailing on you afterwards. So, and they can just respond with Draven Flash in case that you go forward. So don't. Basically, here is the lesson: is don't tumble forward, and you didn't. So that's good.
Okay.
But the only thing I can say is if you took condemn there, it's punishable. That's why I said for some reason I just knew it's because aside from the fact that it is Leona, I just feel like the way she's moving, she's like telegraphing to me, I'm gonna go in, and she did. So it's like, it happened, and then you could just like, oh god. So like I said, you follow. No, it's fine. If he flashes and does this, you can't change it because this is a VOD. It already happened. And he was gonna do it anyway. He pinged it once as a warning. It's better like if this is gonna happen, like pinging it once doesn't mean anything. Like it's
that was 7 seconds earlier as well.
Yeah, 7 seconds earlier too. But he gave you like a 5 seconds heads up. So in theory, you can keep an eye on that. In your case, if you ever want to play support yourself and you want to do shit like this, like because support controls the lane early and then the AD carry takes over. It's called they call it babysitting. Like that's reasonable. Basically, what you can do is you can ping 3 times, saying, "Hey, go for this target." Like ping, ping, ping. I ping a lot. Sometimes it's obnoxious, but sometimes I try to get a message across. You ping 6 times if you really need that target now. Otherwise, just ping 3 times as a head warning, and then go for that flash flay. It'd be easier if you ping 3 times, because then it's an absolute warning that we can get her. But since he already pinged 7 seconds ahead, I mean, if he goes for it, you should be ready to follow. Remember that you two are traveling as a unit, so if you flash forward, you tumble forward. Okay, you did tumble forward. Good dodge. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. It hits Thresh. It doesn't hit you technically. She exhausts you. Heal. And then at this point, you can bait this heal out like pretty easily. Did you condemn her backwards? I'm pretty sure I saw condemn backward because your condemn on a cooldown too. You condemned her to attempt to stop the Zenith Blade. In theory, you can also if you tumble this way, it's hard to do it, but you're tumbling into because you put yourself at a higher risk of getting killed. You can tumble her into the wall.
I tumbled the killer with silver bolts, but then I got exhausted, so that.
Mhm. No. What I'm saying is, in theory, right here. Let me scroll up. Okay. So she's Zenith Blades in, right? And then, she's Zenith Blades in, and she only hits her. She didn't hit you because you tumbled down to dodge it, and it's evident because you condemn her afterwards, and you would be you'd know that if you know that the Zenith Blade would hit you if you have a solar proc on you, in which case you don't. So it didn't hit you when you were here, when you were standing up here before you tumbled. So it goes out this way, but you tumbled down. So now you're down here. And the Zenith Blade only went on to Thresh. So he goes forward, then you condemned her backwards, in which case she's standing here now. And that's where we're at here. What I was thinking was, in theory, instead of tumbling, when it came out, right? Instead of tumbling down, you tumble up, and you tumble up diagonally, like not forward like this, because it makes it harder for you to land your condemn and slam her into the wall. Because by slamming her into the wall and see how low she is, I'm pretty sure, cause like with 27 HP, the impact from condemn itself would kill her. Therefore, you just go target Draven as 2 units, an exhausted you and a fully ready Thresh versus 1 Draven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right there, you can kill, like, basically you can kill her sooner, so you can commit all your auto attacks resources onto Draven instead of finishing off Leona. Because now you have to do 1 extra auto to kill Leona, in which case he can get 1 extra auto off on you. Which he doesn't. Instead, he decides to back up, pick an axe. I think that's what he did. I'm gonna play it again. He backed up, in which case he shouldn't have backed up, because he should have auto attacked you right there. Okay, flay. Condemn down. Condemn down is fine. Oh, he does go pick up an axe. Yeah, he has to pick up. Oh, he misses it. Genius. Yeah, okay, so now the heal comes out after my screen cap. So now you have to commit more resources into killing her. In which case, I don't know how much the condemn slam in the wall does at level 1, but you know, she would be lower, so it's just 1 extra auto to finish her off, right? Like if you did the thing I was saying, you tumble forward and then you slam her into the wall, he would heal. And then she would be at lower HP than she is now. She's at 108 now, but she would be at, like, let's say the slam does 50, then she'd be at 50. The only issue is that you can't kill her because she has W on, and it makes her tanky. She took 40 damage when she has 100 HP with her W on. So, you know, even if she had 50 HP after you slammed her to the wall and then Draven healed her, she would still survive, so you have to still commit 2 autos anyway. 3 autos, no, because if it does 40, then 100 divided by 40 is 3, so at least 3 autos. Now you're forced to back because fucking Thresh should have just... Oh my god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. The condemn at 3, because also they also did the race to level 3 too. Because the faster you push the minion wave, you know, the more EXP you're getting. So the issue with Vayne is her early laning phase. It's harder for her, especially with a support like this. He had a lot of control over the lane if he started flaying the wave at level 1. You could have had a little bit more control in theory. But you can also tumble to auto attack to increase your chances of getting to the higher level earlier on in the stage. Because when you're 3, both you and your support in theory should have all your spells readily available at disposal. Oh, my friend has to leave. Okay, he's gone. Peace. Yeah, so now the laning phase is back to where it was before. You're getting Blade of the Ruin King. That should be expected. There's usually never any alternative unless you're a master. My master tier friend who goes for like traditional IE 80 carry, which is weird as fuck, but he does it because he's a decently good Vayne. All right. You shouldn't. Okay, so freezing versus not freezing. You should only freeze if you know that where they are, because if they're just waiting in this bush and you try freezing, that's okay. That's fine. But if they backed, you shouldn't freeze here unless you know that you can get a lot more you can get a lot of CS, like 15, 16 CS, not just like 2 waves and then it bounces back. And how do you determine that? Well, you kind of see where your wave is, and you kind of see where their wave is. And if your wave is dying, and it's not at tower, don't make sure it's not at the tower, because it looks like it's dangerously close to that tower right now. Like right here, yeah. Perfect freeze. But don't attack it until it's like a little lower than that. Wait till those 2 bolts connect. Because that means, like, you'll still get the last hit. Yeah, this one you have to. Or you can let Thresh get it. Good. See, that's an absolute last hit. Like, you had no choice but to hit it right there. Right here, you're pushing it now. You broke the freeze. But, I mean, it's gonna break itself eventually, but you can still do the thing. Okay, so Silver Bolts max versus Tumble max. I talked about this like 3 or 4 times. Me personally, I'm a mobile player. It just makes it so you tumble more, but I think everybody's doing W max.
I do it dependent on the matchup.
Yeah, because whatchamacallit, tank meta, right? And stuff like that, like everybody just hates the tank meta. So W max is also existent.
I max W against Leona, especially.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Like everybody maxes Q or W first. You max W against Leona. That makes sense because she have her resistance, but she also could keep in mind that her E comes in, so you can, tumble to dodge that. Keep it out. Like, it's not just the lane though that you can consider. Think about teleport flanks from Malphite. Think about Zed roams from mid because he also, like, let's say in theory can't handle him. And think about who their jungler is. I haven't seen you tab once, so I don't know who their jungler is yet. And their jungler hasn't ganked. In which case, you should ward deep down over here whenever you push the lane. Like, at the edge of this bush. Because if they come in for a lane gank, you'd see it. If you're in this stage right here, if you get a deep ward in,
I think I tabbed early on in the game, so...
Oh, shit. Oh, I haven't... oh, there it is. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Maybe it's just my mind just ignores it subconsciously. Wait, hang on. I didn't want to see a play yet. What the fuck? I wanted to see them tab. He didn't have a target stack. You should click on him to see when his target stack's up, because then you can allow him the last hit. Alright, tab. Oh, never mind. Play. Alright, how far back did I go? Fuck. How far forward did I go? Jesus. Try your best to freeze here or push. Like either or, it's fine. Because if you start pushing, you can get free autos in on them while you're pushing. Like you can auto a minion, tumble forward, auto Draven, walk back, click backwards, and auto attack a cannon. So you get 3 autos in total. But you're constantly moving or constantly doing something basically. Wait, is the play about to happen like right now? Where's the tab part? Like I swear to God. Alright, you know what? Let's just. I'll check it later.
Yeah.
I'll check it later. Fuck it. Alright. Wait, who's their jungler? You can just tell me. Fuck.
Could I just go get my dinner for a sec?
Yeah, go for it. I'm eating too, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll try to. I'm just gonna go back and find that tab part. Jesus.
Okay.
I can't find it, but anyway. Okay, good. Okay, his flay. Okay, so it was just an E flay. That's and he flayed the E. That's it. There's nothing else. Like you didn't prematurely condemn. That's fine. You didn't like tumble accidentally forward or anything like that. So it's okay. But you're forced to play backwards because you always want to look how many minions they have. If the minion numbers outscale yours, like 5 is greater than 4, then you should back up. It's also good that you're checking other lanes to see if they're roaming or anything, because you're like, oh, why were they fighting? Was it a gank? What kind of fucking play was that? Like actually, what did that accomplish? Like, wow, now she can Zenith Blade you. What the fuck? He can't just flay for fun. And if he's gonna flay for fun, he should reverse flay, because it gets her into a danger zone. In which case, if she decides to attack the Thresh accidentally, then the tower goes on her. And she takes free 200 or 180 damage or some shit, okay?
That was a nice play.
No, not just that, but you also tumbled right into it, so she tags you. Like, she tagged you, like, oh, yeah. So you tried avoiding it, then the hitbox is retarded. Didn't they, like, fucking make it, like, wider, and then they made it lengthier? Whatever. It's so dumb right now, so. Oh, watch it again. Oh, she aimed it up. She actually aimed it where you were gonna kind of tumble. So if you didn't tumble this way, you technically would have just avoided it altogether. She actually aimed it up. If you kind of I kind of watched it again to see where exactly she aimed it, but she actually aimed it a little bit more up. Like we'll watch it again in case you miss it. But like, can you see it? Watch. You're down there and then you tumble backwards like in this diagonal pattern, and I can see that you're tumbling in this diagonal pattern because of where your mouse is, and she aims it up a little bit more. Like, she didn't aim it straight down, but she aimed it straight up. Like parallel to where you're tumbling. It's pretty neat. Cause if you see, cause that's how you punish a Vayne. Thrushes do that too. Crepo did it on a stream where I think it was playing it Sneaky. Basically, Sneaky was on Vayne, and he knows that Sneaky would tumble backwards to avoid a hook. So he preemptively shoots it behind Sneaky, so that Sneaky would tumble backwards into the hook, and then he'd be like, "Fuck, man." And anyway, yeah, that hook was awkward. But because that was awkward, like, you know how she's like wiggling around, right? So that's free autos for you, which you do, which is fine. But when you're going back, okay, warding here, that's fine too. I was gonna say, when you're going back up, make sure you get some vision here, because there could be a lane gang, and you don't know that there's a lane gang. Okay, he gets the minion.
I thought he was going to go for the cannon, so...
Yeah, I know, he's supposed to go for the cannon. I don't know what he's doing here. He's probably taking just the whatever you can because you took damage. Like, okay, I need to heal you. Here you go. Fast hook. Oh. Oh, no. He should have let that one go in. Because if he reverse flays right there, you tumble forward, condemn backwards. You just gained, like, so much distance, and you're still safe. That would have been a fine to... I would have, like... Basically, that was the... I'm going to get hit by that just because I can bait you into a trap. Like you guys could trap the Leona, like, all the way back over there. And she should not have flash, because you flashed at the same area, like, the same vicinity that she did. But give or take 30 seconds. But because, you know... She probably has the 10% reduction mastery, which drops it by 30 seconds. But she could, in theory, also not have flash. Because from your time, it's a minute. Subtract 30 seconds. Well, you still have 30 seconds more to have an open window of no flash from Leona. So therefore, she would be so deep in here that if Draven wanted to use heal, because, you know, you have heal and you guys use heal around the same area too. Like, you know that, right? Like, both of you guys traded early down here. So you should know that when your summoners come up, their summoners will also be up. Guaranteed. Yeah. So that means that when you have heal and you can, like, let's say you condemn her back to the tower here, she's over there. He cannot save her unless he, like, goes through enemy lines. In which case he basically puts himself in a danger zone himself to save the support. And normal AD carries this early, like pre 10 minutes, would be like, yeah, you made a mistake, peace out, bro, and, you know, you're a goner. Also, he has box. Like, he skilled it up pretty... He either hit 6 before you and skilled it up, or he skilled it up, like, just now. But he's 6, he has box, so if you guys condemn backwards, and... It's not just you... It's not just him flaying the guy away from you, but also because you also could, in theory, tumble forward to push him back, too. You can't flash condemn. It's kind of hard to do that itself, but you can't flash condemn because your flash isn't up. But it's also a risky move because you kind of burn a flash for like, a chance. And you want to burn flash when it's guaranteed. Not when it's risky. Not when it's a chance. Anyway, back to this. You're gonna take a lot of damage. There's still 5, but she's low. You're low. You still have heal, so you can definitely turn on the exhausted Draven. She has to get close to you because if she wants to exhaust you, she'd be putting herself into a danger zone. Okay, he boxes. Perfect. If he commits, which he's not, you can tell by that by him going backwards. You go forward. Then you go backward again because you realize your minions are too big for you. So you should stop here. You should not be fighting anymore. And he also misses his reverse fight, and he's out of mana. So, in this point, no more fighting. Just let yourself heal. Okay, good. Do it as it comes, not before, because there's a psychological thing in that. Sometimes that's bad, but... The thing with Thresh is... now they can play aggro. And you know why, right? Like the theory, because he misses his hook, and now these guys can go aggro. Same thing when she misses her Zenith Blade. Now you guys can go aggro, right? That makes sense. It's because the threat of just having the fucking weapon is the threat itself. It's kind of like Cold War, you know. They have the opportunity to bomb you, but they won't do it. And then, you know, the people in the U.S. start going, oh my God, when are they gonna bomb us? Let's prepare for it. In this case, you can use that analogy here. Is basically the fucking nukes in the Cold War are the Thresh Hook or the Zenith Blade. Even both of them are threatening in hell. How do you prepare for it? Everyone just starts moving in juke patterns, you know? So that's actually really important, especially if you're playing with a support like that. You can use that to your advantage. If he ever starts doing it, you can use it to your advantage. So let's say let's say Leona's right here, right? And you're here, and he's here. Just by walking up to Leona, she's gonna start like you noticed it earlier too when she was like you were here, like you were here, and Thresh is here, and Leona's like right here. He's like charging up his hook, and then she starts moving down, right, or up. And then she's moving down again. And then he throws out his hook like, oh, he missed. So then she just goes forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that little instance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the psychological aspect. If he just held onto his hook, she would be moving into like weird patterns, but then she'd go forward like, oh, he's not gonna throw it. And then he throws it, and then Leona's like, what? You know, it's just having the threat of the hook, just like walking up, that in itself is the threat. And they start preparing for it by, you know, juking in on irregular patterns, abnormal patterns. Same thing with Draven too.
They take more damage by trying to pre-juke than...
Yes, because you're autoing them for free. In the meantime, that's why I say you could use it to your advantage. As an AD carry, that's how you'd use it. With Vayne, it doesn't work like that because she has no skill shots. But if you had an AD carry theoretically, because I saw your Ezreal win rates, Ezreal could do that. Just walk up and start autoing them. Don't mystic shot. You don't need to. Or you can also E on their face because that also does free damage if you gap close enough. You know, like you don't have to because they'll move to try to dodge the mystic shot. Oh, he's gonna kill me. No, you could just auto him because that's also free. You know, so that exists. Same thing with Leona with Zenith Blade too. Just walking, like they don't even have to E you. They just walk up and auto you with their Q and straight up you're stunned for free. They didn't even E you. That wasn't the threat. The real threat is her Q. See, like just when the hook is down, they can go forward because the other side should know, hey, he doesn't have it. He just used it. And you can also coordinate ganks like that too. Ganks happen because their Thresh or their Blitzcrank wasted a hook or something like that, or their Leona lost the Zenith Blade, and it's an opportunity to punish. This bush needs to be visioned. Happens more often than it happens equally often than not, but you're doing this is cool. You assume they back. Then you face check the bush and you get shit on by a full combo. So make sure this is deep warded. Also, if you deep ward this early, like right now or before you back or something like that, Shen could come in for a TP flank. Don't forget about that. So that's important too. Here's a small thing I like to do. When you do this, when you tab, you know you can rearrange your tab, right? Like you can actually rearrange this.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can line up the AD carries, line up the supports, line up the mids, line up the tops, line up the junglers to see how the gold stands as a team, because it's all mixed and shit right now. But if you tab it and like, you know, organize it like LCS style, top, jungle, mid, support, AD carry support, you know, it looks cool. Not only does it look, you know, neat, like OCD, but you can compare directly like across to CS. Like right now, all I see is, oh wow, comparing yourself to Malphite. But if you just line yourself up with Draven, okay, he has 1 kill, I have 62 CS. He has 1 kill, 68 CS, so he has 6 CS more than me if he didn't have that kill. And then you add 15 more, so he basically has 83 CS, whereas you have 62. So therefore, you need to get 21 more creeps in order to make up for the gold deficit that you are at right now. Plus the fact that he also cashes in. So let's say that's 15 more CS. So that basically you're 30. He's at 98 CS, whereas you are at, you know, 62. And you try to like say, okay, I need to work on CSing. You know. So it also like motivates you to get better. Like though it's a ranked game or a normal game, doesn't matter. It still motivates you to get better because you have a goal to beat him or to abnormally like out-farm him and shit. That freeze down at bot lane would have given you like 3 to 6 more CS, not 5, 6, because it's a full wave. 3 to 6 more CS, so you know, you wouldn't be at a deeper deficit. Trinket's fine. Pink ward would be nice too, just to clear some vision in your try. In theory, where Thresh is at right now is where you should have your pink ward. A pink ward, and he has one there. Good. He should be clearing the. Is there a ward in that bush? I can't see. Oh, no, there's not. But there's a pink ward. You need a pink ward in Tri, and you need a pink ward in River. Usually that's bot lane's job, and you know sometimes junglers. Depends on where the jungler wants his pink ward. Okay. And that's it. That's it. That's it. No more fighting. Good. Good. You didn't burn a summoner spell. You didn't panic. He did, but that's okay. It's him. It's his job.
Yeah.
What you could have done better was basically like you don't know that she was gonna do that, like straight up. Like it's kind of hard to expect when the thing comes, and it's pretty instant. So let's see. Let me see how you dodge it. You tumbled forward, or did you tumble backwards?
Backward.
Okay, because either way, it's gonna hit you. Because she's already moving forward to get it. Okay, the flay was fine. That ulti was what caused them to do the crazy shit. Caused him to flash in order to save you. That's fine. If there was the hitbox issue, you can also tumble to the right and like rub yourself in the wall and hope that it doesn't hit you. In theory, that has happened like 3 times in ARAM for me, where there's a fucking solar flare is coming, and I just like hug the wall and I like hump it. And like fuck, I dodged it. I'm like, really? I actually dodged it? What the fuck? So sometimes, cause like the wall like really helps you out for some reason. But you can try hugging the wall. Like I can't really test it with you because you know we don't have a sandbox mode and I don't have an EUS account. But in theory, you can also hug the side. Otherwise, just if you wanted to avoid it altogether, because by flashing or tumbling backwards even further, because if you get hit by the center of it, you know you get pressured. But if you actually just flashed it, it's okay. I wouldn't say anything otherwise because you don't know if a gank was coming or not. Because I can't tell because there's not enough vision in the deep path. Okay, you can't just let them do this. Aside from the fact, no condemn. Oh wait, so big opportunity. Heal him, heal him, heal him. Oh, Shen'll. It fucking broke so fast. Ward it, ward it, ward it, ward it. You guys are fighting. You actually, no, it's winnable. It's 3v2 even though he's low, but you have all the HP that is necessary. So I would have warded it here. Oh, Jesus. Did you heal late? Did you heal late?
I did, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'll have to check
I did something
again.
pretty stupid though.
It's fine, you got 2. Okay, you know that when he has the death mark on his head, you're gonna die, so just might as well just try to get the 3rd kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though you might end up giving it to him, you did it like you were already dead, like there was no choice. Like you kinda just stood still here. And he went in to see if you would follow up and try to get the thing too. So if he's busy focusing on Shen, which he took like 2 or 3 autos from him, you know, you can get like 2 or 3 autos yourself. And if you had the tumble, which you didn't, so if you had a tumble for some reason, wait, did you tumble backwards and you didn't get it? Oh no, you autoed him. Never mind. So you just walk forward and just auto. But let me see if you healed late. Because your heal was supposed to be used upon pre-Shen arrival. Like right here, when you get not here. Now, like right there at that particular instance, you lose the heal on yourself, but you're healing your support, and she's zoning you. Like she straight up tried to zone you just now. You could not attack anyone else but her right at that particular instance. If you chose to attack someone else, she would stun you, or she would pressure you and auto attack you, because where she was standing was on top of you. And if you chose not to attack her, she kind of fucking. Her big face and her big ass shield and her hitbox will prevent you from going any further, so you'd have to walk around her because there's no gap in between here. So you had to attack Leona at this, like right now. You had to attack Leona. You can condemn her to the wall too, but right here I would have healed too. That's why I said you should have healed her here. But I was confused as to why you didn't heal because Shen'll came. I can still see the particles and I see why he. Well, I was like, what was going on? But the Shen particle came. Pop. You did condemn. Good. And then the taunt comes off. Heal comes off. Keep that in mind. Like, just mentally prepare it. All this shit's happening, but you should mentally be ready for it. Because if someone else, i.e. Mord, comes down for a gank, you're ready. Boom. She flashed. That's hard to keep track of, but it's important because it's Leona.
I didn't see that on...
Yeah, she failed flash, too. So it's kind of hard to tell because she just bumped into the wall. It looks as if she just, like, did something retarded. Oh! You healed the Shen. You healed the Shen. So, and he's under grievous wound. Oh, so that's why Thresh dies. So, because he takes 200 extra damage and because you healed the Shen. Okay, you save 1, but he ends up suiciding. Well, okay. Oh, the flash forward. Oh, I thought you tumbled.
Yeah.
Forward. Fuck. Oh god, is this what they call Vayne spotting? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
Oh,
regret
God.
the flash as soon as I did
Yeah.
it.
No, because at that point, like, if you wanted to, because earlier I think you were. Let me check one more time. I could have sworn I said ward it, but I said ward it sooner than that. Like, right. Okay, you notice, like remember when I said you can't just let them kill the pink ward? Because if you let them kill the pink ward, shit like this is gonna happen. In theory, oh, right here, yeah, right here is when you should have warded it. Like, you needed more vision than this. You don't know if anyone else is coming, but until this guy, because when shit like this is happening, I also tend to look at the map during a fight because I know that, oh, I'm already down here. What if someone else is coming? I look at the map and I see, okay, so nope, nobody else is coming to help us. We're 3v3ing right now, so.
I thought we were about to disengage, so
Mhm.
that's why I didn't
Because
ward
if
it.
they
'Cause I thought we could back
disengage,
up.
if they disengage all of a sudden, right? Like them or you. Wait, them or you with the disengage?
Us.
Hmm?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Oh, you said you felt weird about the disengage. Did you mean them or you? Like your team or their team?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna disengage.
Oh, you thought you guys were gonna disengage. Which, yeah, no, you were. Like, right, like, wait for it. Right, 2, 3 autos. Right here, that should have been enough. And then you should have just left it, because you can't really 2v1. So that right here, that's the disengage. That right there was a disengage. The thing is, like Thresh doesn't have any other escapes, so he can't. Once he gets like caught out by those autos, if he flashes, he's already a goner because the projectile's coming. So, you would have sacrificed. You actually only sacrificed a grand total of a 1-for-1 right here. So if you disengage right here, it's okay because right now what's gonna happen is mid lane's reset. That's okay, but he needs to get back to top lane before the tower goes down. And you guys can just reinforce your stuff. Like, this is the part where in StarCraft or some other game of like base wars, basically a little fight just happened. Just go back and restock your units. Like right here, this is okay. But this part is on you because you know you kind of went forward. And Shen actually didn't want to because from Shen's perspective, I don't think he could do anything. Like I actually don't think with 100 energy you can get a taunt off, but from here to here is impossible unless you flash. In which case he already flashed. So therefore, it's impossible. Wow, that feint blocked a lot of damage. Like that feint, I don't know if that's level 1 or 2, but that blocked enough for his entire auto with an axe too. That's fucking huge. All right, Blade of the Rune King, natural, and of course a pink ward because you gotta clear this division out. And when do you get scrying? After your Berserker's Greaves. Like immediately after you want to change to scrying. Scrying is actually a lot more important than it seems. You'll know when you use it because it's far range scouting. It's kind of like, can I check dragon right now? Scrying. You don't just walk behind the bush or behind the wall and drop a ward over there because you can get hooked or you can get Leona'd and Dravened. Of course, don't forget Draven. Boom, 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 boom. Also, don't heavily rely on grouping as a Vayne. You need to get strong, like really strong before you're relevant. Unless you're behind group, but like right here, this is okay. Only because it's a dragon and you need to get the dragon. Like it's that important. Plus. Oh, no. Oh, God. Not this, not that. Oh, God. Okay. Bill's water. Good. Yeah, she's dead. I was scrying this bush. I don't know if there's anybody in there or not. They died, so. Oh, God. Oh, right here. That was also an issue. Okay, I'll review that in a second. Let me see what you do after. The question is, do they need you here? And I'll get back to that in a bit. He also has ulti. Condemn for ult. Oh, that's enough. Yep. Wow. Of all the clutter, he got you. That's pretty interesting. No. Oh, God. Okay. Whoever that was over there. Okay, hang on. There's 2 fights in a row before I can review anything. This is really risky for you to be in this position. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bilge water. That shit comes up in a 60-second cooldown. And this is why I also prefer to max tumble. But okay, Jesus. All right, is it done? Have you guys stopped fighting? Are we good? No more blood, right? Fuck,
Yeah.
so much blood. All right, fuck. All right, let's go back. Now the dumb motto is that you shouldn't focus tanks. This is relevant. So like, there's been a lot of research about this, but the odd ones really weird drawing. I didn't understand it at first because I didn't really care, so I kind of just skipped over the video. But I watched it again. So if you don't know this, the odd one made a video in which he drew in paint and he called it "Why You Should Focus the Tanks First." So it's kind of like it basically is some kind of drawing. Basically like 1, 2, 3. They got 3 frontliners and 2 backliners, and you've got 3 frontliners and 2 backliners. If you guys all go for the backlines, and you burn all your shit on them, all the backline has to do is just keep going back, and they have the front line, because then the front line will also trail back with them. And then while all your big damage is focused on the backline, your tank line is also able to focus your backline. So instead, you guys just go forward like this. You run down the tanks, and if you can run down the tanks, and these guys have nothing to defend themselves with, so they lose objectives. Something like that. I don't even know how this video works, but basically you can focus the tanks because it's the right thing to do. Only because like if you go for the backline on, like, let's say you go on Zed, he's not a backline, he's a frontline. Let's say you go on Draven, right? You're 1v1ing Draven in the backline while all this action's happening over here. At any point, all 4 of them could just go on you like right away. So if you focus the front line, they can't go on you anymore. They have no hard CC, etc., etc. So you shred the people up close to you so that they're no longer a threat. You push forward. Anyway, so you're coming up. What should have been done right here is that, okay, you have a pink ward here. You can see that this is guaranteed warded. The entire thing is warded. There's champions inside. That's great. What you don't know is well, actually, no, you do know if any of this area is warded. There's no pinks here on their side. That is obvious, which means that if you stealth in, they can't see you. So therefore, do they focus you? No, because they can't see you, right? So ult early, tumble sideways, and you can also hover this bush, like dash in this, like just sit in the corner of this bush. But you should be able to scout when you should go in. That's why I said it's kind of risky going in. Like right here, if they see you, which they don't, because he does, but I don't know if they do because their eyes are focused up here, and their screen is probably like you know how your screen is like focused like this, so you can see all 4 of them. Their screen, like his screen, like a lock screen right now, is probably like this, you know, so he can't see you. But if you looked at the map, he would see you. But I'm just saying, they're not looking at you right now. There's more important things to work on. So right here, if anything, you'd go on Zed. Like you'd keep your eyes out on Zed, but you know that he can ult you. So you keep your eyes on Zed, but don't walk towards him. Like that's crazy, because you don't know if this guy is ready. Like, does he have the resources to pull you out of danger? Does he have the lantern? Is lantern enough? Does he have flight? Does he have hook? Can he stop him? Does he have exhaust, etc., etc.? You don't know all this unless you tab before the fight to check his summoners. That's also important. It's quick, but like you just check their summoners. That's all. If he doesn't have, because I'm pretty sure during that bottom lane fight that you guys had earlier, he still doesn't have his summoners, so you can factor that out of the equation. So therefore, Zed's damage is going to be full. It's not going to be like 30% lower because of exhaust or anything. So we go back to this. You should keep your eyes out on Zed, not go towards the pit. Going towards the pit, now by going towards the pit, it means that you want to kill the people that are free in here because they're trapped in here basically. Because you got this guy, you got the Ghost of the Dragon, and you got to Yeet and Malphite. You can go on them. I didn't see if Malphite uses ult because the fight probably started by him using his ult. So you go on him, but he's gonna walk out. So you have to back off. But now that you've made the decision to go towards him instead of zoning out Zed, because you two as a unit can zone out Zed indefinitely because it's 2v1, and if he goes on you, you just finish him off because it's 2v1. Like I said, he'll have to shadow and he'll have to blow his full combo, but you can also shit on him. Plus, if you ult and you tumble away, he can't really see you, so he can't really land his skill shots. So that kind of exists. Now, since you've already committed on Malphite, I have to continue the fight from where it's standing. So you would you would already turn on ult. Like, so the first thing is that you'd have to turn on ult when you approach this team fight, because you gain the move speed by chasing your targets. So that's really important for a champion like Vayne, because she needs to rely on mobility. But by turning on your ult, then using your tumble, like you actually have to use your tumble a lot more here. You tumble backwards. The reason why is because this guy's a big fucking tank, so you got to tumble backwards because it's called kiting. Fucking Callista shit. But yeah, you got to kite backwards from him. So you kind of walk backwards, that's okay. He throws a hook, and it's on Zed. See, it was the right choice to go on Zed, like straight up. So in theory, this guy's mindset is he wants to protect you from Zed because he sees Zed as the biggest threat to you. So therefore, if you went on Zed as a unit earlier, he actually would have followed up or initiated himself when I said go on Zed because Malphite was trapped here. And now he actually indefinitely goes for you and he lands his skill shots. Then you tumble in response, which is kind of late. Now you just go on Leona because you have no other choice but to go for Leona because she's free and she's the only one available. And then afterwards, here is where I said you should be careful. Again, Zed's over here, so you should go on him. You just took free damage from him, but you should go on him. Why you should go on him is if you trust your teammates enough, which in higher elo you should start putting a little bit more trust. Don't give them all the trust, especially if you're support. Start trusting them just a little bit more to be able to get these kills. Because you kind of waste this extra time here. This entire look at how much steps you waste here. Like look at all this. And Yasuo ends up getting it. And then you have to walk all the way back down. So you make up all the distance that you just did. Then you walk mid. And it takes a while, right? Like all that, and then you walk back through here, and you go over here. Like you know what I mean? Like you're kind of like committing too many. Like that little bit of extra time could just be you just walk straight to mid already and clear the wave itself, instead of like you basically walked in a circle for a little bit. Like the whole distance. Let's see. It was like you went here, then you went back, and then you went around. So if you add all three of those up, 1, and then 2, and then 3. Like basically you walked in the entire circle. I was like, well, it wasn't. Yeah, no, it is pointless because you could just walk mid, and then ping the mid turret, and then they just group with you, and they're ready to siege the turret because you started clearing the wave already. Like you're basically clearing the path to make the mid tower open. And this minion wave wouldn't have to take extra damage. Gets that hook. And here you can just auto attack once or twice, but just focus this tower down because it's more important than killing Zed. Because if you followed these steps earlier, you could have already whittled Zed so low that he would have to base, home guard, and back in. He probably did, or he probably walked all the way around, like legit all the way around to get through the gate and through here. In which case he didn't buy, and he gets screwed. He's either half HP or he's dead if you focus Zed immediately because by not going to the pit. Now we get into this team fight. Go on this target because he's the closest. Then Leona gets in. You tumble backwards or you start walking backwards before she can start getting on you. But even though there's nobody here, I mean you can't just walk through this entire area and just expect to go on Draven right away because she's just gonna try to stop you at all costs. So just kill her, then go on him because it's gonna be you outrange them by numbers. There's no way they can even fight you, and you do that. So, and she exhausts you too. So by going forward, you would have just been exhausted. And if Draven were able to right click you, he would actually hit you for a lot because your armor's dropped too for a little bit of time. Your armor's dropped by 10, but everything counts because Draven is just raw damage. Then Malphite comes in. So you gotta move backwards. You gotta move backwards as a team. Okay, he goes forward. He's gonna go on. He's gonna go on Draven. Excuse me. And then, that like. At any point, if he's that low, and he also has a Mord Ghost on top of him, he's gonna die, so just go on Malphite. You could have commit, okay, you did commit, one or two extra autos, because as soon as he died, you kept right-clicking him, so that's the big issue right there. Because then you issued one extra movement command unnecessarily, and then as soon as he died, you just kind of, it just kind of, the pathing just auto-reverts it to the nearest target, therefore it hits Malphite, when you could have just started hitting Malphite already. I'm pretty sure you were in range to just start chucking Malphite down earlier. You wouldn't have killed him because, as it's evident right there that you did not kill him because, you don't have enough tank shred just yet, but it's coming. So you could have just gotten him a little lower. The result would have been the same, but I'm just saying, it's for future team fights. Like, let's say you're taking a Baron objective and shit like that happens. Like, you just whittled someone so low that there's no way that they can just go in and steal Baron without getting killed. And they just look like an idiot because then they just walked in, got killed, and didn't even cast a spell to try to kill the Baron. Your itemization is fine. Remember, like I said, scrying orb. Since you're 9, you can upgrade it to 250 gold investment. Raw daggers are okay. In theory, they're okay. Like just straight up daggers, like they're good for Vayne. But you don't have to get a dagger. You could have just gotten a pink, upgraded your trinket, and continued forward. Oh god. Okay. That was telegraphed. Like that's really obvious. Like.
Yeah.
Straight up, like, you're not supposed to do that because it's.
Oh, I was
it's
baiting it. I was trying to bait the Zenith Blade out.
Yeah. The thing is, even if you okay, like if you knew that was gonna happen, you can do that, but like, it's harder to do that as it goes on because you're gonna lose CS as you're doing it. Because that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying you shouldn't do it. Because then if you just walk safely, you can just get the CS, and then more comes in, and then you're good. All right, let's see how it plays out from here. Oh god. Channel guarantees that you live. You need to heal though. Just kidding. Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Okay, so he flagged. Wow. Wow. Because what he could do is fly backwards in the middle of this if he landed it. Your ping is 33 and your mouse is like kind of awkwardly placed. What I would have recommended was, okay, right here I see where your mouse is. Okay, you're clicking the minions, clicking down here. Okay, this is pretty far. And sometimes if you actually place your mouse a little bit farther down here, right? Like just a little bit, just like one fucking pixel down here or something, your character would have moved down more. So I was assuming, and this is why replays are really bad, because I would have just seen, oh nice, you baited it out. But right here, I know that what's gonna happen because of where, of how your mouse is placed. If you place it closer to your character, it's easier to maneuver your character, right?
Yeah.
I do a lot of, like, I started doing this on my Twisted Fate stuff. Let me put up my Twisted Fate, like shameless plug Twisted Fate. So, this is the current recording. This is the Twisted Fate video.
What?
No, that's not it. Okay, so there's a particular instance of time in which there was a team fight occurring down at their base, and as a sample of why it's important to click close to you, basically. Like it's kind of redundant because I'm just doing it like really smally. But if you can see where my mouse movements are, this is just me playing a custom with friends. But you see how close they are to my character, right? Like I kind of just put them really. I only put them really far if I'm trying to land a really long range skill shot because it's easier for me to do it. But I click really close to my own character. Like you can see these mouse clicks, right? Like they're really small. And the reason why you want to do these small mouse clicks is because you have more control. Like you're making like little movements, because if you make a long range movement, the pathing is so far. But if you control your movements constantly, you know, you can make your own pathing. This is called direct input. It's been expressed by Last Shadow and a lot of Korean players. So by putting it here, right there, yeah, you go this way. That's great because the game figured out that you wanted to go that way. That's great, but in theory, it can also go this way, and you know that's directly in the path of Zenith Blade. That's why I said click, click, click. I wanted to see it again because if you click like 3 or 4 times this way, well, yeah, naturally you turn and go in this direction. But that would mean that by doing this, you would not do this. You know, you would not do the retarded path by Riot. It can happen. I mean, have you ever had a game like it's happened once or twice maybe before, but have you ever had a game where, oh my god, my pathing's retarded? You know, like. It's happened like once to every single player, like maybe once or twice or something. Hey, back to this. Exhaust goes down, great. Oh god. The oh god was just because they got hit by the solar flare. Could have easily been avoided. Did you pop a potion during that? Oh, you should have popped a potion.
Yeah.
Shen saved you. In theory, if he didn't ult, you wouldn't have that shield, which means that you'd have to heal. Tower. Just take the tower. Just take the tower. Now, you know he has it. Ah, now Yi comes in. You stepped a little out of bounds right there. And by out of bounds, I mean like you were following your team, and if you kept paying attention up there, which is what Silver's probably would have done, you would have just gotten like chomped by Yi. You can also just sit back in the safe zone by like where your minions were and just hit the tower, and Yi has a choice. They'll go all the way down here to kill you? In which case you could just respond by walking and running away and condemning him away. Easy. Or you can just, you know, like, just kill the tower. Well, because he can go down to chase you, in which you can run away, or he can just go up to flank the team. But either way, you were safe. It's a free kill. But you also can get a free tower sooner. Because Your team looks like they want to siege, like they want to like pressure over here because you want to take this tower. So someone had to take this tower for them to keep the pressure on, you know? There had to be a reason why they just stood there for such a long period of time. And the reason was they wanted that tower, so they wanted the gold from that tower. But, you know, you should have been able to take that tower out for them so that they could just like, can you go already? They were wanting it, so gotta give them what they want. Fuck. Because if you kept staying there, like, yeah, you would have gotten free kills, but like you would lose a lot of other pressure in other lanes, i.e. mid or top, because Shen was down there. So you gotta respond by getting that tower. Okay, so you see that guy's there. See what you do. Hook, lol, and don't go for it. Why? He's crazy. Condemn. Oh, pop potion. What the fuck? Okay. They did their job. They got the tower. I'm confused about that. What that Zed was accomplishing, actually shadowing over the wall. Like they could have just taken the tower with before you were there. Like legit, could have just killed the tower. Before you start roaming, like to other lanes and stuff, make sure you kill your tower or just pressure it really hard. Like Shen's always bouncing back to top lane, not because he's Shen, but because if he were any other top laner, he still has to push out his lane and kill the tower so that he can roam freely. It gives you map control. Oh, God. Because when you kill a tower, the enemy team is forced to play in a different way. When you lose your tower, do you just go to the same spot where your tower once was and start farming? No, because it's unsafe, right? So it's the same thing for them. They have to play differently. By pressuring your tower, they have to play safer and play more differently. That's why you're able to roam so effectively when you kill a tower. I'm pretty sure at this point, it's a 20-minute video, right? Like, come on, it's got to be over at this point. I can see that it's just a shit fest. But I just want to see if there's anything else you could have done. What the hell is this? Oh, it's creeping death. Right? That's W, right?
What? Sorry.
That's Mord's W. That the little circles around Thresh and him.
Oh yeah.
Haven't seen the rework. That's why. Okay, Shenult comes in. You get Dragon. Well, you got. That's fine. You could get Dragon. I mean, you don't have to. Just end the game. You guys are 20-9. Like, there's no point. Like, if this was ranked, is this ranked?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, don't dilly-dally around in ranked. Like, yeah, you can have fun every now and then, but like right now you're just trying to win and climb. So you want to end the game as soon as possible. You don't want to fuck around because there is that opportunity. You can give them a chance to come back. It is possible. Like fuck, it happens. Okay, they surrender anyway. Bleh. But yeah, I mean, they're not gonna win. But like, if they just kept poking and you guys kept fooling around, you guys could have lost it. Oh, chat's problem. Of course, it's EU West, right? Problem. I mean, I hear about the server problems all the time. Are they actually that bad?
No, it was just today the chat wouldn't work, but it's fixed now, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, the chat wouldn't work. Weird. My friend had that same issue too.
Early on this week, the servers were a bit bad, but we're used to it in the US, so.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense. So a lot about this specific session before I get on to the next one, because I have to do each one individually, and I have to do a shameless plug in between each one. But this one we talked about not just the level 1 and the level 2, but you can also punish your opponent for attempting to take a cannon minion. Basically, you could punish the enemy support by forcing them to burn 35 gold and lose out 80 gold by just fucking with them while they try to take the cannon minion. And that's important because every time you do it, let's say they miss 4 cannon minions in a row, about 5 minutes into the game, 5 or 6 minutes into the game, that's about 4 cannon minions, let's say. So 5 or 6 minutes in the game, 4 or 5 cannon minions happen, that's 400 gold. Like that's a lot. That's a ruby crystal for the sightstone that they need, right? That's a lot of money. 5 times 40 is 200, so it's half of the sightstone. But if they get passive gold and they start lasting any other things, you know, it still adds up. It takes a while for you to get the sightstone, but you know where I'm coming from. But you know, Draven also loses his the enemy AD carry also loses his money towards his BS sword, so he has to farm more in order to make up for the gold. But Other than that, we also talked about just positioning, clicking closer. AD carries do this a lot, so you can practice because you got to click a lot because you're constantly moving to avoid stuff. So I noticed you do it when you're dodging skill shots. Just put it into practice because it's not something that you can just like, okay, just because I'm gonna click closer in one game, it makes you a better player. You have to get so used to it that like it becomes super natural. Like everything that you do has to become slowly natural. Something abnormal becoming natural evolves you as a player, you know? Like I used to like not fucking look at my map or something. Now I just look at my map every time I get like 2 or 3 CS. So then it just becomes natural. You can't just not look at the map afterwards, right? It just becomes a part of you, you know? So as you play on and on, you know, eventually you're gonna be able to just start clicking closer naturally. Like sometimes you'll avoid like right there, that's a close click, but sometimes you'll avoid it to get to the lane. Like, you know, sometimes I do click far just to get to the lane and just to get the CS from far away, but you know, I always click closer to me. I've been doing it more so than before, is what I'm trying to say. You'll see it as you go. Like you won't see it until you actually like deeply review your VOD from back then and then compare it to what you do now, because now I realize, holy fuck, from back then I did a lot of crap shit.
Yeah.
And the other thing is pop potions during trades, especially after when you punish an AD carry early. You know that like you start with the Doran Blade and a potion. They're gonna start out with the Doran Blade and a potion too, right? So what you can do is if you actually choose to harass the AD carry instead of the support, you burn his one and only potion, and you still have your potion. You're ahead because you have 150 bonus extra HP to regen during a fight, and he doesn't. So poke lanes are good at that. Vayne's okay at that, but it's because you put yourself in a danger zone while doing it, you know? But basically, they'll have one potion at the beginning of the laning phase, so if you manage to burn that, if your support manages to burn that, what a god, but if you manage to burn that potion, you can start trading a little bit more effectively, because when you start to trade again, he won't have any way of sustaining if it's not Targons or anything like that. He just has to, like, the other AD carry has to, like, just endure it. Like, fuck. They have no choice but to take it, and then eventually if you keep poking them down, they're forced to be because they have no potions left in their inventory. So basically this is the method called attack their potions. You make them waste another 35 gold because they lost their potion. Because every time you buy a potion, that's like 2 creeps. That's actually 2 creeps. A melee and a mage, because it's 20 plus 16-ish, so that's 35 gold roughly. You know, that's enough for a potion. 36 gold, but yeah. And then team fights. Focus the closest target, because this should be there, but basically, if the closest target's off, like not near you, then you could just keep walking to get to the next target. You'll get to the back line eventually if your other team hasn't, but you know it'll get there when it gets there. And I think that's everything. Itemization. Scrying Rope comes in as soon as you get your Berserker's Greaves. And if you just have a little bit more faith in your team, trust them to take care of kills. I mean, it's Yasuo, he's mobile. Like, some champions can't do it because they're not mobile enough to, so in that case you would have to help them out. Like, if a Rek'Sai is chasing a Singed, then, you know, Rek'Sai should have it because Rek'Sai has the tunnel. Rek'Sai can move faster with W. Rek'Sai can cast a long-range skill shot. Whereas, if you were chasing with Vladimir, well, you have no mobility, and you'd have to waste 20% of your HP to gain a quick burst of move speed, but that's not really that relevant because it decays so fast, you know? That's just an example. But I'm just saying, like, so then Vladimir wouldn't chase, and Rek'Sai would chase the Singed. And you don't say, and the saying is don't chase Singed, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all for this one. I have to give this shameless plug. You can follow me on Facebook at lolveggie and Twitter at lolveggie, and then we're going to do another one, so see the viewers in a bit.